Hello? Oh, hi, darling.
Half a world away, another day. So let's go play on the moon. It's a starry place. We embrace the space while we're miles away on the moon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On the Other Line. I am your host, Kelly Keegs. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, I guess it's belated now that I think about it. Yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Today, right now, as we speak, it is.
Today, as we speak, it's Valentine's Day. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube or in a clip, that I'm all decked out. I got these glasses. They're melting hearts. I think that they're cool. And I'm wearing red, and I like to look festive on holidays. You know what I mean? Like, it's just nice to dress up in the color of the day and have something already picked out ahead of time and not having to worry about your outfit and just knowing, like, I'm going to make a statement, so here I am. And I'm excited about that. But happy Valentine's Day, ladies.
Happy Valentine's Day.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling about it today? Good. Feeling good?
Feeling
Feels like a normal Tuesday.
feels like a normal Tuesday, like because I'm at work.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I'm full of love.
Good. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you guys, I'm going to take this off because it is actually too dark. Do you guys have, like, do your parents get really into Valentine's Day? Like, do your parents send you flowers or candy or, like, little treats or something?
No, not anymore, at least. No.
No.
My mom was never a big treat sender.
No.
My mom loves to send a treat, but
Yeah.
no.
My mom loves to send a treat too. She texted me yesterday that she sent me something via Amazon for Valentine's Day. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm not sure what it is. It's in my mailroom, I think, currently. And so I'm excited to see how that goes. But I think it's nice and fun and sweet when you just get like a cutesy little thing, like a chocolate or a flower or
A
like
little
anything,
stuffed animal.
you know? Just a thing that says, I'm thinking of you. I think that is the only thing that matters when it comes to Valentine's Day. And I think that a lot of people, men specifically, are always so fucking stressed and they like act like it's this big, huge burden to think of their significant other. And I'm like, it's all you have to do is say happy Valentine's Day to me. Like that's the bare minimum. Like I'm
Give me
okay if you wake
flowers.
up, you give me a sweet kiss, mwah, happy Valentine's Day, baby, I love you. What is so hard about that? Number one. Number two, if you get a gift, I also think that like flowers and candy are fine, or one or the other. You don't have to go fucking crazy. Like, and also this actually goes for girls too. I'm going to say this as well. If you are a girl who expects a like Christmas, birthday, holiday level of gifts on Valentine's Day, you got to set your priorities straight. Valentine's Day is not for that. You're not getting some massive fucking like $1,000 gift on Valentine's Day. That's insane. Valentine's Day is just a reminder, hey, I love you, right? Don't you feel like that?
It's a token of appreciation.
Yes, and that's all that it is.
I know. I feel like it's just more like sentimental gifts.
Completely. So why is everybody out here acting like, oh man, into the trenches we go today, guys? Like this isn't whatever we do, she's not gonna be happy. Like, whoop, I slipped my mind. This, that, whatever. It's like it's one day. It's the bare minimum of thought, and I don't think it's that difficult.
Also, I feel like the less you spend and the more sentimental you make, the better it ends up being.
100%.
Like if you're like, oh, I got this like pizza from our first date spot, like that's way cuter than you being like, I got this like Tiffany, like, or not Tiffany, because I'll take Tiffany any day. The K Jewelers fucking heart necklace.
Don't get me started.
Get
It's on my
that
list
shit
of
out my
things.
face.
It's on my list of things that are bad. Heart jewelry. I know, Gia, I'm sorry, but I had to put it on for today because the K Jewelers.
We had a discussion about this like
versions-
literally last week.
Yeah, we had this discussion on this podcast
Yeah.
about the heart jewelry, and it's like I understand it's cute sometimes. It depends on what it is, but the K jeweler heart that like interlocks and goes like a little bit long or whatever. Those are the gifts that you buy for your mom when you're like in middle school and you only have $20 to your name. Like that is when you go to K jewelers and buy your mom like a heart necklace for sure. But if you are a grown adult, a grown man, or a grown woman, and you know for a fact that your significant other isn't like constantly wearing heart jewelry, like they're not a heart person, then don't come up with some heart stuff. Like it's just a little cheese, you know? I just feel that way. But before we get into Valentine's Day stuff, which I have a few things, I wanted to offer my deep condolences, Gia, for your massive loss this weekend.
Yeah.
We can't not say it. We talked about sports last week, and so we unfortunately have to talk about sports again in a bad way, and I'm very sorry. And I'm glad that you're back in one piece
Thanks.
from Philly. You were in Philly, right?
Yeah, I was in Philly.
Yeah.
I said this on Plan Brie, but you know, it just felt too good to be true. I was in Philly. I was with my family. You know, when it happened 5 years ago, I was in college. I was in Michigan, and like I didn't really have anyone to celebrate with.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm still thinking about it,
Of course.
and it will forever replay in my mind probably. And yeah, I'm sad.
I'm
about
sorry,
it.
GM.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's terrible news. I had a house full of people. We were all rooting for the Eagles mostly. We had a couple of Chiefs fans, and I was shooting them down, saying this is an Eagles house today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah.
I will say that it was an excellent game. It was a really interesting game to watch. I usually am not, you know me.
Very high
what do I care?
scoring.
High scoring, very close score the whole
Yeah.
time, which
No
again doesn't
blowout,
make it any
yeah.
better. But yeah, it's just it was overall an enjoyable day when it comes to like watching sports for a day. But I'm sad for you about the loss.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sad.
it was tough.
They'll come back. They'll come back strong. The city of Philadelphia, they got pushed down a couple times this year, and they will come back. They will
Yeah,
prevail.
we're
If
the-
I know anything about people from Philly, is that they will not go away.
Yep.
So
3 championships lost in
yeah, it's tough.
span of
4
certain amount of
months.
months. Yeah.
4.
It's tough.
So
It's
who cares
great.
about soccer though?
Yeah, but you know what? What are you gonna do? I will say I was
But this feels worse than
The World Series.
than the others. Yeah.
Yeah.
World
Of
Series is more of a
course.
slow burn.
For sure.
And that was like very unexpected. I was happy that we got that far
Mhm.
for the Super Bowl. It's like I really thought we were gonna win.
yeah. Yeah.
Really thought we were gonna win.
I was in tears at the video of Jason Kelsey and
And
his mom hugging.
Mm-mm. I can't.
I was like, nothing, and it made me cry because nothing is worse than when you are like you're trying to hold back emotion because it's just like not the time, or you don't want to like be sobbing all over the field or whatever, holding hands again, sobbing over the field or whatever, and then your mom shows up to give you a hug.
yeah,
Like
no, it's
the
over.
hug from your mom when you're trying to hold in tears is impossible. It's like it's she's just unlatching the lever for this,
Yeah.
like waterfall of emotion. And it was so sweet. I feel bad for him. I do not like Travis Kelsey. I can't stand him. He's so obnoxious. And so I was
I
really
know.
bummed out about him winning and being obnoxious and whatever.
Jason Kelsey's
Jason Kelsey's just a sweet angel.
My-
So
They're from Cleveland.
really,
Yep.
how lovely.
I know.
That's nice.
Nice
During
little
the
Cleveland
game,
moment.
my aunts kept like bringing up how cute he is and stuff, and I was like, I don't know, like he's giving me the ick, like
Big time.
just this game, like he's
Ugh.
just giving me the ick. I don't
Travis,
think
obviously,
he's hot.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Travis. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just don't think he's hot anymore
No, me neither.
because just during the game I hated his guts.
He's just so like, I don't know. He's the kind of like sports guy that I hate the most, where it's
Yeah.
like it's his only thing, like it's his only personality trait, and he makes everything around it. I don't know. I'm just making all these. I'm just talking shit. I think at this point, I don't know these people. I don't know these people at all. I just didn't like his vibe. I didn't like his attitude, and it pains me that he won. But you know that Mama Kelsey, like her favorite is Jason. Like based on that hug, based on that love, even when she was saying, like I saw a clip on Token CEO where Erica had interviewed her. Donna is her first name?
Donna,
Donna
yeah.
Kelsey. And she was asking her like about people being on the field and how Donna Kelsey was going to be one of the only people in the stadium guaranteed to be on the field at the end of the game, apart from like the NFL execs, because you can only bring a certain amount of people. And I guess Jason Kelsey was like going to bring his wife and his kids, and didn't specifically say like my mom's coming too. I guess they could only bring 3 people or something, and he was like my wife and my kids. And then Travis Kelsey was like my mom's coming, like I don't care what's going on, like she's coming down, like, and so is my whole family. And she was saying how like Jason really follows the rules all the time, and Travis just kind of breaks them and whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so that just gave me a look into the dynamic of their lives, and that Jason is just like this sweet, precious angel who's always following the rules and doing what's
like
right
a teddy
and doing
bear.
his life. Yeah. And
It's
so,
very older brother, younger brother.
100%. And then
Yeah.
Travis is just this like Tasmanian devil whirlwind that's pissing everybody off. So
Yeah.
that's just how I'm going to think about them forever. But
No, I was new to the Jason Kelsey train. I obviously knew who Travis Kelsey was.
Yeah.
I just found out that like the brother thing was like this season,
mm-hmm.
and I'm like obsessed with Jason Kelsey and his family.
he's just so sweet.
They're like so
nice.
cute. I
Yeah.
can't stand it.
They really are. But on a lighter note with the Super Bowl, what did you guys think of the commercials? Do you like them? I thought that they kind
I
of
thought
crushed.
there was like a couple good ones.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of dogs.
A lot of dogs.
Which I
People-
like.
People know that dogs play.
Also, like, but
There
like
were a
then they got
couple
the
that were
sad
lame.
dogs. Like the one
Oh
dog
my
where
God, the
I
one,
can't
the dog
remember
that like
what-
grows up and dies.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
I can't
God.
remember what the company is. But
Ugh. I think it was like a dog food company,
I think
right?
it was that farmer's dog.
Yeah.
And oh my God! As soon
God,
as they
what a
as they
heart-wrenching
turned
moment.
and the dog had the gray hair, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
no.
No, it was so sad. That was so fucking sad. I thought that there were a few glaring holes in the situation, though. I did not see a Budweiser Clydesdale.
I didn't see a Budweiser.
I don't think I saw any Budweiser like at
anything.
all. The only like Bud company commercial I think I noticed or saw was the Miles and Kelly Teller.
Love that one.
And I loved it too, where they're like on hold
They're
or whatever.
so cute
and
too.
They're so cute. But we love them too from Taylor Swift's music video. I'll Bet You Think About Me. I watch frequently. I've said that before. I think that they're just really sweet and fun and
They seem
good
very
people.
normal.
Yeah, so I like that a lot. Another shout out to I don't even know what the commercial was for, but it had John Travolta and the
was
guys from
T-Mobile.
Scrubs. T-Mobile, or no, or was that the Bradley Cooper one? Was T-Mobile as well?
They both were.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So Bradley Cooper and his mom were one. That was fucking
I didn't see
hilarious.
that one.
That was the only one I watched.
Oh, it
or
was
the
so
only one I
funny.
paid attention to, and it was I thought it was very funny.
It was hilarious.
I didn't see the Bradley Cooper one.
Oh, it was so
very
cute.
funny.
Let's
It
find
was
out.
like he was
He-
doing a scene with his mom.
And he's like
And-
pretending to be like a T-Mobile tech, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Hello, like what are you looking for today?" And she just was like, "Well, are you coming in here at me, and you're gonna yell at me when I show up?" It's like very like
Yeah,
mom
she
and
has a
son.
hilarious accent.
It is so cute. So that was great. The John Travolta Grease commercial, they sang Summer Nights. I laughed out loud when he tried to hit the high note at the end. He didn't even really try to hit it. Like, obviously he can. He's old, and like he was hitting that note when he was 25 years old.
Right.
But it was so funny, so good. Also a little bit of a nod to our girl Olivia Newton-John, who passed
she rest in
away. Rest in
peace.
peace. Miss her, obviously. Who else? I had hold on, I wrote down a couple other commercials that I really liked, and I wanted
I
to
actually
just
this
say.
wasn't even like that entertaining, but I really liked the Blue Moon commercial where it was like Bud Light versus Coors Light.
Oh
And then they're
yeah,
like,
I
this
was
is a Blue Moon ad.
I
And
was
like,
talking about
I like
that. Yeah, I was talking about that yesterday at some point. I forget. I missed it at first. I had to rewatch it later, and
Like,
I
thought
liked
was-
it too.
I thought it was good from like a total advertising perspective.
Yeah, I think it's funny when it like breaks the fourth wall a little bit.
Yeah.
and you kind of get like
They like recognize that there's other brands in
yeah,
the world.
yeah.
I
I
liked
think that
that.
that's really fun too. I loved the Clueless one. I
Yep.
didn't watch that in
Rakuten.
advance. I didn't watch anything in advance, despite the
They
except
put all
for
the fucking commercials
Yeah, I
already
don't watch.
on.
I don't
Drives
watch them
me
in advance
crazy.
either because
Drives
it's-
me crazy.
It's like one of my favorite parts.
Same. Like, why am I, and I've said this on multiple occasions, what would make me want to watch the commercials at the Super Bowl if I've seen them all ahead of time? It doesn't make
Yeah,
any
it's so
sense.
stupid.
It's such a fun part of it. In my house, we were literally like talking during the game and silent during the commercials.
how
like
we were,
that's
yeah.
that's how my house goes. The Clueless one with Alicia Silverstone and just some other who I can never remember her name.
She was
The other girl from Clueless, Amber
yeah.
from Clueless. I
Yeah.
never know her real name, which is fucked up, but I should know it. That commercial was hilarious. Again, it was for like
Rakuten.
Rakuten. All my friends were freaking out saying how amazing it is. I had never even heard of it before.
Rakuten.
Yeah.
It's like honey where it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
But apparently it's like really legit. So I don't know anything about it, but people were going apeshit for it. The John Hamm Brie Larson commercial was cute.
That was
where
cute.
John Hamm and Brie Larson are
Brie
in
Larson
the fridge.
looks gorgeous in that commercial. I thought.
Gorgeous. She's so beautiful.
She's beautiful. It
Just
was
stunningly
Brie
beautiful.
Larson, John Hamm, and then there was a third.
Pete
person.
Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson
I was
opened the-
There's a Pete Davidson
Yep.
commercial coming at some point.
Always open the fridge, and John Hamm and Brie Larson, Hamm and Brie, were in the fridge. They make a sandwich. It's a whole thing. Cute. It was just silly, cute, whatever. And then lastly, for the commercials, the Tubi commercial that I swear to God fooled the entire nation. Like every
everyone's like,
single
"Who fucking
person.
changed the channel?"
Yes, it happened in my house. My friend was like texting in a group chat being like, "Holy shit, you guys, my dad just fucked up the TV. I missed like part of whatever happened. Like what happened?" And we were like, "No, that was a commercial, bitch. Like that was not your dad." But Tubi had a commercial where it started off with Greg Olson, and who's the other guy that does with Greg Olson? I can't ever remember his name. Doesn't matter. NFL announcers. And they started off being like, all right, here we are at Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. Like, what do you think? And then it cut out to like what looks like a home screen for like Apple TV or
So, like,
Roku.
low-key Roku City.
Yeah, Roku City. Like, it just looked like that. And then it was like scrolling through to like pick out a movie.
And it goes to Tubi.
Yeah, and then it like press play, goes to Tubi. So it looked like someone sat on a remote and was like playing a movie or something. Everybody was freaking out. But then the Tubi at the end, I liked that. I thought it was really
liked that
clever.
too.
It's all anybody's been talking about. Like, as long as you incite some kind of reaction out of people, I think that it's a good commercial.
I think that one is comparable to the Coinbase one last year where it was the bouncing of the screen. And it
Oh
was
my
the
God,
QR
right?
code,
Where everybody
it
was
like,
watching.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Like I liked that. And
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck Tubi is, but I think it's like a
Me
streaming
neither.
service.
No, it is
right?
streaming. It's a
Yeah.
streaming. Yeah. It's like it's in my head. I'm trying to figure out, like, do I need to get any more streaming services? I don't think I do. I have all of them. Like, I have, obviously like Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, like all the big ones. But as far as the like lesser ones go, Vudu and Tubi, I say, are like the next tier that I just don't have.
And I don't know what they have
But-
that I need.
Right. Like sometimes I'll see something and or I'll want to watch a movie and I'll see that it's like only playing on Vudu. Otherwise I have to rent it. And most times I'll just like end up renting it. I'm like, I'm not going to sign up for this whole service just to watch this movie for free because then I'll never cancel it. Right. And do I really need it? Whatever. So it's, they're making their name. They're making their own. So I appreciate them for ponying up the money. And now everybody's talking about Tubi. Way to set yourself apart. Rihanna's halftime performance. Rihanna's pregnant. Congratulations.
I saw you were on Token about it.
Yes, I was. I talked about, if you want to listen to me talk about that, you can go listen to Token CEO with Erica Nardini. And she and I chit-chatted about it a little bit. And that was that.
I just loved it.
It was really good. I thought, obviously she was pregnant. The first 5 minutes of the performance, everybody was just like, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? And what's annoying is while watching it on TV, the big entrance where she like starts the song, she rubs her stomach in the first second. Like she makes it very obvious, I'm pregnant. But on the screen, they like zoomed out of her so fast you couldn't really see her doing it. So we all were like, did she rub her stomach or what? Like I think they thought it was going to be a lot more obvious than it was. Like she seemingly is only like 5 or 6 months pregnant. And yes, obviously you look at her and you're like, yeah, wow. But I think she just doesn't look quite as like obviously pregnant as like maybe we would have thought she would.
She just had a baby.
She just had a baby. So we're like, all right, we know what do we do here? But everybody was like worrying about, should we say this? Should we not? I think that she was so obviously pregnant.
The crazy thing is she didn't just have a baby. It was in May.
It was in May, but then like
that's
I
still
know that
kind
she
of just having a baby.
but
Right.
like that's a long time ago.
it's a long time ago.
But it feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah, it feels like it was yesterday. It was in May. But for her to be pregnant again so quick, I think is like, well, she just had a baby. She must have gotten pregnant immediately, which is what happens
Like
sometimes.
kind of,
Yeah. You're,
I mean,
for people that don't know this, and this is a fact, if you don't know, you get pregnant, you have the baby, that time between like you having the baby and you being able to have sex again, like even when you're ready to have sex again, that's like the most fertile you'll ever be. So if so if you are pregnant, you have a baby and you're not ready for another baby immediately, like you gotta either get right back on birth control, use condoms, like do something, or else you're gonna have another fucking baby. Like you will get pregnant again. Like that's like your most fertile time. They tell people, like I have a friend who went through IVF and all that, and she wants to have another baby quickly because they want like their family, and it's taken them a while to get it started. Right. And so instead of like kicking up another round, they're like, oh no, you just had a baby. Like now is your time to really start getting after it.
Like now your fertility levels will be higher.
Because you're already like feeding a baby. It's like, your hormones are all over. And so you can get pregnant really easily. So just in case people are, I say that as a word of warning, but also for people that like are trying to have babies.
If
that's
you're
also
excited
a good thing.
about that kind of
thing.
thing.
Yeah. If you want that, like go ahead. But yes, so I am not surprised that she was able to get pregnant so fast, obviously, but it was a shock. Mm-hmm. And I think that people were upset that she wasn't like full out dancing or whatever. But I said this at my party and everybody looked at me like, what? You're crazy. I have no memory of Rihanna really like breaking it down dancing. She's not like a dancer, right?
She's
like
not Beyonce. It's not like
maybe I've seen her like
dancing duo.
sexy moving and stuff, but I've never seen her like really bust it out.
Which she did at the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
she
she
did
was
the little hand thing.
Yeah, she was dancing fine. Like I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, she's
You know
not.
what I mean?
Barely moved her body the entire
She did.
time.
She barely. She did a little. She did some movements, but that's like all she does usually.
Also, there was like 100 dancers around her. Is that not enough?
Yeah,
for you?
true. Do you think? Have
It
you?
was boring.
Do you
Oh my
have?
God, Gia.
Do you have like in your head videos
go
of her
back
like?
and watch every other Super Bowl halftime show. It was
true.
10 times
But I
more
loved the
entertaining.
dancers.
It's about entertainment.
Yes.
And that wasn't entertaining.
I
If
was
you're gonna,
fully
I
entertained.
if you're
thought
not gonna go full out dancing, at least have a guest. At least have some sort of
Do something,
like light show or something. Like the fucking dancers were good, for
were
sure.
floating in
But
the
like,
air.
watching one person move around and go up and down on an elevator the entire time is not what a Super Bowl halftime show should be.
I would say that it was a muted halftime show. The points in favor of her, obviously she's pregnant, she can't do anything really. So
Yes,
that's the
I
thing.
agree.
But it was a great performance for the fact that she was pregnant. If she wasn't pregnant, I would say what is she doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, this is crazy.
Like she should have. And everyone kept saying, "Oh, Rihanna doesn't need a guest. It's Rihanna."
Yeah.
She does need a guest. If she's not going to do anything on stage,
Yeah.
get a fucking guest. Get Jay-Z. He was there. Like,
Jay-Z was
get
there. Paul McCartney was
someone to
there.
do
A lot of people were
something.
there.
You have so many songs with people like. Come
People
on.
were saying that they think that Kanye was supposed to be the guest.
Not
No.
a chance.
No, but
Not a
then he had to
chance.
pull out.
And then
I
he
know.
and then he was
And then
afraid
he
to
No,
was
say
she
he was a
hasn't liked
Nazi.
him in forever.
Yeah,
Oh, I
no,
didn't
I don't
know
think she
about
fucks with him like
No.
for a long
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
But can you imagine if like Kanye West and Paul McCartney
Well, as
came
soon
out and
as
did
all
4 or
the
5
lights started
seconds?
playing, I was like, "This
I
is a
know.
bold choice."
I was-
Like,
that's what I
okay,
thought. I was
of
like,
all the
Jesus.
songs, sure, but I mean, it's a good, her
didn't do
parts in that
Disturbia?
song are fine, right? Like, how do you choose all the lights over Disturbia? Like,
or
stupid,
Padme Replay.
right?
I thought Katy
crazy.
Perry's was better than her.
Katy Perry, no, Katy
Perry's
Perry's like crushed it. She had a million
like,
costume
iconic.
changes, and
Left
here's what I
shark.
think. Here's what I think. I liked the performance. I was fine with 13 minutes of just Rihanna because we haven't seen her in a million years. I
Yeah,
have
that's
no
the other thing, too,
complaints.
is we haven't
She
seen her
played all of her good songs. I think that I thought that I liked her marketing incorporations. She
I
put the
think
Fenty on. All of her
hyped
outfits
it
were
up
Savage
so
Fenty.
much
They
that
hyped it up a lot, but I
made
feel like
it
that was
seem
kind
like
of
it was gonna be
us.
something else.
I feel like
know,
it was
No, I mean like just
everyone else.
in general hyped it up. So
Everyone
much.
hyped it up
Twitter
so
hyped
much.
The
Yeah.
NFL every 5 seconds. Rihanna's coming. Every
Mhm.
commercial. Rihanna's coming. Okay, we get it. She's coming.
Yeah.
And then she just
Also,
smells her vagine on stage.
Yeah.
also, I feel like it's because it was the first Apple Music halftime show versus Pepsi halftime show.
Yeah.
So Apple just like poured advertising into it.
Totally.
That's my
I would say that
theory.
I wasn't disappointed by the performance. I thought it was fine.
No, I was
think that
thrilled.
we all overhyped it too much. I think that we needed to think about like what does Rihanna usually give us? And she gave us exactly what she always gives us.
She gives
which
Rihanna.
she gives Rihanna. And that's it. And I feel like anybody that had higher expectations for it, that's tough. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
that's what we were gonna get. And I that's pretty much exactly what I expected. I really didn't expect her to be dancing around all over the stage. I did think there would be a guest or two, but I
I
wasn't
just
like
thought there
so
was gonna
upset.
be more going on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will also say the dancers,
Mhm.
I follow them outside of this.
Oh yeah.
Like Rihanna's best friend is like the choreographer.
Oh, cool.
And always does like the Fenty beauty shows.
Yeah.
And so I was excited about seeing them. And
Right.
they slay.
They
all
were
the
crushing
time.
it, and they were wearing Savage Fenty. The whole thing was
The
a
whole
big,
thing,
a
the
big,
whole thing was
you
a
know.
Savage Fenty commercial.
Yeah, it was great.
Which I'm like, good for her.
I feel the same. I also think that at this point, like Rihanna, yes, she likes performing. She loves to do her Savage Fenty shows. I think that's like a good outlet for her like performing itch or whatever. I don't think our girl like loves to do music anymore. Like she is a
now she's a
businesswoman,
businesswoman.
and especially now she's having another kid. Clearly, we're not getting a new album unless it's already written. Clearly, we're not getting a concert tour.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say, if
none of those
anything,
things
you're
are
not getting
coming.
a tour.
Yeah, none of those things are coming. And I think that she's just in a different space in her life. And I think it's crazy that she even performed. You know what I mean? Like that was nuts. And I think that everybody just had higher expectations for something that she never promised. And whatever. But I'm not disappointed. I think that she looked amazing. She sounded great. Everybody was
sounded
saying that
amazing.
she was lip syncing, but I don't think she was.
No. I think there's like a track going.
There was like extra extra
yeah.
voices, but,
But I
I
think
don't,
that's-
she had the microphone.
I don't think anything
Yeah.
is out of the normal on that.
Agreed. But all right, that's pretty much it. I my party went well.
Yours
I
looked
planned my
very festive and fun.
I really went overboard, and
I like it,
but I hadn't hosted any of my friends at my house yet since I moved in, so I was really excited. Apartment. I was having a conversation the other day. It was Tommy Smokes, I think, said that he hates when people refer to apartments as houses, and I do that almost exclusively.
I do that.
It just feels like I don't know. It just makes me
Going
feel
home.
more like a home. Yeah. So I just call it my house. It's just fun. Obviously, I live in an apartment, but so I hadn't had everybody over to my new place since I moved there. And I just felt like this was a big opportunity to kill two birds with one stone, have like a little bit of a housewarming and also a massive party. So I really just went overboard with the snacks. I made a bunch of snacks from Chef Donnie's suggestion. If you don't follow him on Instagram, if you like to cook meals, you should. I'm such a massive Chef Donnie stan. I always am like
His stuff
texting
always
him
looks
and like
so
he must think
good.
I'm so annoying. I'm always like, Donnie, I love your food. Like everything's so great. I just love a good like cooking anything. Those cooking videos I go apeshit for. And the recipes he had were really good. So if you are looking for fun snack recipes, go look at that. And they were a massive hit. So glad we did it. Also glad it's over. I was very fucking stressed. So, okay, now let's move into a little bit of Valentine's discussion. I first want to list off the people that I would like to wish a happy Valentine's Day to. I'm going to put my glasses on for this just because. Okay. First on my list, happy Valentine's Day to Paul Walker. Rest in peace. Forever in my heart. Always my number one.
Oh.
Number two is Logan Lerman. I know he has a
Love.
girlfriend.
Yes.
I don't care. I have been so obsessed with him for so long. He is so hot and perfect. And so a massive happy Valentine's Day to him. Nicholas Braun, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Even though
Valentine's Day,
he's
cousin Greg.
swerving us, happy Valentine's Day. Timothy Chalamet, happy V-Day, baby. Love you so much. Miss you. I'm going to add one here right under Timothy. He wasn't originally written. Joss Richards, happy Valentine's Day. Who also swerved us, by the way. Pretended like he didn't know who I was. Whatever. We're over it. Chris Evans, happy Valentine's Day. Megan Fox, newly single. Happy Valentine's Day. What do you guys think about that? I'm going to pause for this.
They're so fucking annoying. I hate both of
So
them.
I know they're so weird and
crazy.
annoying.
That shit is nuts. I'm hearing all kinds of rumors. I'm not even going to get into it. MGK and Megan Fox clearly broke up. She deleted all of his photos off of her Instagram. She only now follows Timothy Chalamet, Harry
Eminem.
Styles, and Eminem. But actually now her Instagram's deleted since last. So I don't know.
I could literally
There's
care
some
le-
fucking
I could
drama
not
going
care
on
less,
there.
and it's also like no duh, they were a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, next is Pedro Pascal. Happy Valentine's Day. Last of Us is really crushing it. I'm all caught up. Are you ladies caught up?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we can talk
Oh
about
my God.
it. I can't stop thinking about.
Were you crying your eyes out about
Oh my
our poor
God.
baby?
Oh my God. I tweeted about it. I never tweet about anything.
I did too. I
I
said,
didn't
damn.
cry in that episode. I don't know why.
I didn't cry, but
Him
I
being
was. It
deaf
hurt my
really got
heart.
me.
Yeah, it hurt my heart. It hurt my soul. I
was
kind
a
of, to be
Superman
honest,
mess.
I saw it coming. Like I
I
feel
didn't.
Like it was kind of a when
I'm
she
so dumb.
when what's her face was like talking with him in the
Who, Kathleen?
room. Yeah, and she like he had something on his leg, right?
Oh, you
I
mean
was like-
Ellie? Like when
Yeah.
when he was like, is it as soon as he was like, do you think when they're infected, are they still them inside? That's when I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no. I saw that. That was like the biggest tell of all time, I think. But also
Yeah.
when they were like, not everybody was going to come out of there alive. It was crazy.
no, I
we
knew
weren't
that
talking
they were
too
both
much,
going to
but-
die.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Based
because
off the last time
Somebody-
they had two side characters.
Right.
yeah,
It's
no,
too
it's
much.
It's the Joel and Ellie show, but then
For sure.
they just bring people in every episode to kill them off.
To kill them off and to get us involved in whatever. But that shit was crazy. I don't want to
shit
give too
was
many
crazy.
spoilers in case people haven't seen it. It did come out this past Friday because of the Super Bowl, which
Good
is great.
idea.
So I don't want to spoil. But
happy Valentine's Day,
but happy
Pedro
Valentine's
Pascal.
Day, Pedro Pascal.
Have you seen
Holy
that-
shit!
Have you seen that TikTok edit?
The one I think I did.
Hey, sexy lady.
Yes. God, he's so hot. And I'll say this: I never thought about him before. Like I guess I've seen him before, and I've always been like, oh yeah, he's cute, whatever. But now I'm all in.
I never
I
watched
get
him.
it, and I'm all in.
I never watched anything he was in. I didn't watch Game of Thrones, so I didn't know him as Oberon.
Oh, hey.
Oberyn.
Oh, good. We're in the middle of recording, but
High
what are you up
fives.
to? Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, bye.
Who's that?
Flatterberg.
I never saw Game of Thrones. Didn't watch Narcos.
Yeah.
Didn't see the King's, like anything he's been in. And
He
then
was
I've
so
like
hot in Game of
briefly
Thrones.
seen The Mandalorian, but never where he's like taken off.
Yeah, I'm
from
not a
the thing.
Mandalorian girl.
Oh, I love him in Mandalorian. You
So-
can't even see his face, but I still love him.
Love
Yeah,
him.
but oh my lord.
I have to watch Mandalorian. That's on my list. I feel like
It's so good.
I'm getting to the point where it's like I have to start now or else I'm going to be too far behind, you
Yeah.
know? And I really have to get in on it. Okay, next.
Do you
Second.
like Star Wars stuff, Kelly?
Yes.
You should watch Andor.
Is it good?
I think honestly it's better than Mandalorian.
Ooh, I would like to watch that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah,
And
my
it's with
dad's a
another
big Star
hottie.
Wars guy.
Oh,
Love.
what is his name? I'm forgetting, but he's so cute, and he kind of looks like Pedro Pascal.
I cannot
Ooh.
stop thinking about that. I can't stop thinking about The Last of Us, and I can't stop thinking about Pedro Pascal.
His name
Ooh.
is Diego Luna.
Oh,
Diego
so
Luna.
hot. So hot.
Oh
Love
my god,
him.
they do look similar.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
scarily
they do look
similar.
similar. They do. I
He's
know exactly what you're
super,
talking about.
Super cute, and yeah, Andor's like more than just a Disney show, or
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like it's like very thought provoking and like
Yeah.
political. It's interesting.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
like that. You know, I'm a Star Wars girly. My dad is a big fan, and we watched all the movies when I was a kid. Saw episode 1 at midnight at the movie theaters. Like we
Yeah.
had like a fun time, and so I've always paid attention to it. But Mandalorian, I never got into. I don't know why. Like maybe I didn't have Disney Plus when it came out. Like I forget. There was some reason where I was like, oh, I'm late on this, and then I just never caught up. So I have to
Yeah.
catch up. Okay, next, just for good measure, Happy Valentine's Day, Pete Davidson. You never know. Okay,
what he's up
you
to
never
today.
know. I'm not so interested, but he deserves love too. And last, of course, oh hey Kevin. Last, of course, is God. These people, what are they doing? Oh, they must be doing like Answer the Internet somewhere or whatever. Last but not least, our Lord and Savior, Miss Taylor Allison Swift.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to
Harry
Miss
Styles.
And Harry
Taylor.
Styles.
And Harry Styles.
I almost had Harry on the list, and then I took him off because I was like, we
He's
can
on
talk
our
about him a
list.
lot.
Yeah, he's on our list.
He's on the list, but a massive
But Mom
happy
is on our
Valentine's
list.
Day
It's
to
her
our
cheaper than
Lord
other.
and Savior Taylor Allison Swift and her boyfriend Joe Alwyn.
I was just listening to it Taylor Swift Valentine's Day playlist at my desk.
Really? I love that. I was
Yeah.
listening to
They're
a
probably
Rihanna
gonna have
playlist.
a lovely night.
They are gonna have a lovely night. I bet that Joe is
Something
really
intimate.
thoughtful. Yeah, I bet Joe's really thoughtful.
Candlelit,
Valentine's Day.
but like in the
Candlelit.
home.
Candlelit in the
Yeah.
home.
And
So
they're,
that's
like,
good.
Just strumming.
He's probably gonna like play the piano and like
Yeah.
sing her
She's
a song.
strumming.
For sure. I
Yeah.
love that he plays the piano.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful. Anyway, so with the exception of botching a couple of those names, I would like to say happy Valentine's Day to all those people. If any of you are interested in me, please give me a call. I would like to play. We have 2 little voicemails, which this is on me. I'm thrilled. Thank you so much for the people who left voicemails. I forgot to promote it on any social at all.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening to the episode and following the prompt and listening and doing it. So I just completely, my brain is elsewhere, like so far outside of my life right now. And I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I am in like a wide open field and my brain is floating away and I have a lasso and I don't know how to use it. And I am just whipping it around my head, trying to grab my brain and pull it back and put it back in my skull. And it is so elusive and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I've really been
Interesting.
like, I cannot get myself in order. I don't know what's up. It's
Yeah.
killing me.
That's kind of how I felt like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's
But
really
now
killing
my
me.
brain's like back in my head. I think.
You're feeling like it's in your head.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. My brain will come back, but it's just like, wow, fuck. I just feel like I keep forgetting things. Anyway, so we have 2 little voicemails. I'm going to play them real quick. And they're both Valentine's Day related. And then we will do one little last thing that I wanted to do. Okay. Here is the first one.
Ladies, so
Hold on. Wait. Start from the beginning.
hello, lovely ladies. So I have toxic Valentine's Day tips. What you do is, and
Toxic
this is really
tips?
geared to someone who's already experienced Valentine's Day with their lover once or twice, so like a boyfriend of a couple years or so. What you do is you don't bring up Valentine's Day at all. You don't say, hey, it's Tuesday. Hey, are we doing anything? Hey, do you just want to have a chill night? You don't say a single thing, not one thing. Come Valentine's Day, mid to end of the day, if he hasn't brought it up, you say, I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed. I was really looking forward to it.
This is mean.
And then not only will you get spoiled as fuck that Valentine's Day, but moving forward, for like the next couple weeks, he'll be at your feet, begging you to forgive him. And then every other Valentine's Day past that will be wonderful because that's going to stick with him. Kind of toxic, but I think it's kind of a good idea. What do you ladies think? Or everybody else for that matter. Maybe it's too toxic. I don't know. But love the show. Love you guys. Bye, everyone.
Okay. So first things first, that is a toxic tip. But here's what happens with toxic tips like this. I am all for trying to teach someone a lesson by with this and saying like, all right, I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to bring it up. Like, see if they remember it on their own, which they almost never will. Yeah. And you will always have that moment where you're like, oh, well, you forgot about me, blah, blah, blah. And then the thought behind that is that they will learn their lesson. They will spoil you rotten. They will never forget Valentine's Day again, whatever. That's not going to happen. That will never
I know.
happen.
That's why I made that face
Yeah.
at you. I was like, I don't think that would happen.
It's never going to happen.
If your man's not remembering
He's not
Valentine's
gonna
Yeah,
get your
Day,
feet
he'll,
about it.
he's not going to learn to
He's-
remember Valentine's
yeah.
Day. Like,
I've had a similar situation like that.
Yeah.
And I sobbed my eyes out on Valentine's Day about
Mhm,
it. And there was no kissing of the feet. And
there's
no,
nothing.
There was
Yeah.
there wasn't another Valentine's Day to make up for it, but
Mhm.
there was no making up for it.
Completely.
And it just makes you sad. And then you're like, well, maybe he'll learn a lesson. And even if he does learn the lesson, it doesn't really like make up for the sadness that you had from
Nope.
your Valentine not remembering.
It really
anything.
doesn't. And I'll say this, and this is girls are guilty too of this. And I said before that you can't be over the top when it comes to Valentine's Day expecting like so much. You have to know your partner, whoever it is. And if
Know
they
your
are
audience.
someone, know your audience, know your partner, know if they don't know that you are so hyped for Valentine's Day and you're looking for like gifts and appreciation and showering and whatever, then you can't expect them to know that if you don't tell them. Like, you have to be like, hey, by the way, I fucking love Valentine's Day and I expect something. Like, whether it's a handwritten note, whether it's, like I said, a kiss on the cheek, it's a candlelit dinner inside of our own house. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. But if you are somebody who gets bent out of shape, if people don't acknowledge Valentine's Day, you have to make that known, because guys they just don't think about it. They just don't. They're not worrying about it. They're not caring. They're not going to this like, sure, you know, if you want to play games, if you want to dick around, you want to make somebody feel bad and whatever, do this, but it's not going to help you in the long run. It's not.
It's you saying that reminds me. It's the same as people feel about their birthdays. If someone loves their birthday, you have to go out for the birthday. But if someone doesn't like celebrating their birthday, then you don't try to force them into that. It's the same thing with Valentine's Day, because like
100%.
even like you love your birthday and you love celebrating your birthday. I don't, but like I know I need to go really hard for Gia's birthday.
Yeah,
like I don't.
She's a birthday girly.
Yeah, and I like a low key birthday.
Yeah,
but like again, I know my audience. I know I'm gonna have to ride hard for Gia's birthday. But like. Same thing for actually probably same exact situation for Valentine's Day. If you love a birthday, I'm sure you love like you love
for sure. If you love a holiday, you love a holiday. Yeah, there are levels to the holidays.
But it's like I'd rather be more low key. You have to know your audience, because then it's like I don't like going out on Valentine's Day because I'm like I don't like everyone knowing my business. Yeah. And it's like it feels like I would rather I'd rather have the Taylor Swift candlelit dinner. But someone, your partner or whoever, may like want to go to Carbone.
Somebody might want to go to an expensive restaurant. Somebody might want to come home to Kenny G playing the saxophone in their living room with the whole room surrounded by roses, a la Kim and Kanye back in the day. Like there are people who want those big gestures, and there are people who want that intense shit. But if you are that person, you make it known. And otherwise you can't get mad, or you can't always get mad about somebody not thinking about it. Like, yes, it sucks when you're a significant other, like you like it and you think like, surely they'll at least recognize the date. But again, the bar is under the ground. Like it is so far below the surface that you just have to remember that when it comes, especially when it comes to Valentine's Day. Cause I feel like this year too, I've been seeing a lot of like negativity towards it. Just like people pushing back about how it's a stupid holiday that nobody should celebrate and whatever. And I understand, like, yeah, it's a Hallmark holiday. Like, it's fake. You know what I mean? But like, what is it such loved. I'm so sorry, like, that I'm twisting your fucking arm asking you to appreciate me while I appreciate you. Is that so hard to be reminded one day out of the year that you like me? Is that so fucking difficult? It's not.
It's only boys that say it's a Hallmark holiday.
Exactly. Right. Like, it's fine. Like, even with my girlfriends, like, we texted my girlfriends this morning, happy Valentine's Day. Like,
texted my girlfriends this morning.
It's just a day for love. It doesn't have to be this big fucking burden that all of a sudden everybody's like bent out of shape and you're being forced nose to the grindstone to think of this really intense moment, or else your girl's not gonna be happy. That's just not the case. It's never been the case. Just be chill. Don't forget it. Do a little something. It doesn't matter. Like, ugh.
If you have such an attitude about it, maybe like break up.
Right. Like then you're not ready. If you have an attitude about thinking of your significant other, right, one day,
get a fucking grip.
Then break up. Then grow up and break up. Okay. Here's the second one.
So heated.
No, I've been feeling that way all day, because I've been seeing people literally on Twitter all day being like, oh, here we go. Like, well, who's in the doghouse already? It's like, it's so easy to not be in the fucking doghouse for Valentine's Day. Just be thoughtful. It's not hard. Okay. Here's the second one.
Hey, Kelly, Gia. Shit.
This is funny.
This is not a good part because I can't remember the other girl's name.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, pause.
I'm listener.
It's Madeline. I feel like you need to. I feel like I don't say I always am saying Gia's name. I feel like I'm never saying yours. Okay. I don't know why that is.
Oh,
but I'm feeling.
It's a longer name.
It's a longer name.
I think maybe, yeah. So that's her name.
Also, not here sometimes.
Hey.
Yeah, true. But barely. Only a couple times. Okay.
Since because of that high, and this is rambling, but my take on Valentine's Day is if your man's coming home, he needs to have his gift for you the first time you see him that day. And that makes sense. So my boyfriend and I both worked from home last Valentine's Day, and he like left to go to the store early in the morning, came back, did not have flowers. But then he left again later in the evening, did have flowers. But it kind of felt like, oh, maybe he saw like a look on his face, it's like maybe sussed out that he probably should have brought home flowers, but I don't know. This might be controversial. I think that the first time you see your man on Valentine's Day, or your girl, whatever, that's when they should have the gift for you. And it doesn't mean you have to, go to dinner on Valentine's Day. I actually think that's ridiculous because it's all prefixed menus and it all kind of sucks. But the gift should be the first time you see them. Yep, that's all I got.
Sounds like she's running a marathon.
I know, right? Also, I had to move this away from my body because my stomach just growled so loud. So I don't even know if anybody could hear that. It was louder than the voicemail.
hear
Like
it in the
I don't. Oh,
headphones,
good,
so,
good.
yeah.
Okay, God. Yeah. So I actually,
That's funny.
I agree
I
with her to a certain extent. I agree. Like if you are right, you and your significant other are both working from home. You're home. Your boyfriend, husband goes out to run errands and comes back and doesn't have anything. Like.
Yeah.
And hasn't like given the gift yet, or isn't hinting towards like, oh, we're going to dinner later or something, and just sees that you're like disappointed and then goes back out. Points for going back out. We will say that. Again, though, just remember, like these men don't have
Really
brains.
not that hard to get a Valentine's
It's
Day
just not that
gift.
hard. But these people, they don't have brains. Gia.
Yeah.
Like they don't. These men, they don't understand. Like they are just
They are the
puppy
infected
dogs
in The
walking
Last of Us.
around with a one-track mind. They're just trying to like jerk off, and they're just trying to eat, and they're just trying to get their work done and go to sleep, and like whatever else they do in between. And that's it. That's their. You know the thing. It's like eat, sleep, rave, repeat. Like they're just like eat, sleep, jerk off, repeat. Like that's all guys think about. So
I agree with the first time you see the person thing.
Yeah.
Again, obviously I'm young. I've never like lived with a partner or anything,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know how hard that is when you're living with someone.
it's not that hard.
But okay,
not
because I
the-
was gonna say like if it's like you live together, then you don't want to get like when you get the flowers,
Mm-hmm.
then you're like, well, I got you flowers, but it's tomorrow, so don't look at them.
I would say
that part.
my situation
Yeah.
was like you
You know
wake
what I
up
mean?
in the morning, happy Valentine's Day, mwah, mwah, I love you, whatever. Go to work and then come
then
back,
come back.
Like this morning,
and then there should be something.
I woke up with my significant other and
With your
he
Valentine.
said,
With your
Happy
Valentine.
Valentine's Day, whatever. And then I was like, okay, like let's go to work. And he was like, oh, I have to go run some errands.
Right.
And I said,
Which is
okay.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
No, I said, okay, you go run your errands. I
Mhm.
cannot wait to see what these errands have.
What your
in store.
errands are.
Yeah.
If somebody's like, I went shopping, I did. What if he
Yeah.
comes? What if you come home to the errands he was running had nothing
Yeah,
to do
he's
with
like,
you?
They were
oh,
just
like, I got
groceries.
my sheets clean.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
some
Got all my shit done,
pencils.
feeling productive. So what are we up to tonight? Like, punch in the
Oh,
face.
I will
Yeah.
literally blow up the apartment.
Punch in the face. Punch in the face big time. But no, I think that the morning gives you some leeway, especially like if you live together, even if you are working from home, like yeah, go out for
'Cause you
lunch,
want,
go
like,
out,
fresh
whatever.
flowers, so you have
Right,
to
you
get
want
them
fresh
that
flowers.
day.
And I'm telling you,
Balloons, deflate, like you need to, all the
Mhm.
Valentine's
It's a
stuff,
fresh.
like
Yes.
you need to get that day. I
and
think.
it doesn't matter where you live. It's very fucking easy to get flowers. You go to the grocery store. Like that's it.
Go to Trader
Is
Joe's.
there-
Yeah.
Right. Go to
Like,
Trader Joe's. Go to the
Trader
grocery
Joe's
store
has
in your
great
town.
flowers.
We have, especially in New York City, no fucking excuse. Every block is a
every block
bodega.
has a bodega that has
Bodega
flowers.
flowers are great. Like you don't have to go out of your way and send these like $200 bouquets to anybody.
No.
Like you don't have to do that. Just it's
No.
again, it's all about the thought, and
This
that's
is how
it.
this is how blank-minded boys are. So last week on Macrodosing, which is the other podcast I'm on, it's all men and me.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Football was saying I was like, oh, by the way, Valentine's Day's next week. If you're listening to this, get your girlfriend a jelly cat. I've had so many DMs with guys being like, thanks for the jelly cat advice. My girlfriend loved it. You're welcome. Second of all,
Love that.
they were like, make sure you get her flowers now. Billy, why are you?
Why
getting
would you get
a
flowers
week
now?
early for Valentine's
Why
Day?
would you get flowers now?
And I literally go, don't get flowers now. Wait
too
until
soon.
Wait until
if you're
Valentine's
sending
Day.
flowers, right? If
Yeah.
you're sending
If you're going
flowers,
to
plan in
1-800 flowers,
advance.
yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
But otherwise, do not
don't
buy
go
flowers
to
a
Trader
week in
Joe's on
advance.
February 8th to get flowers for
They will
February
not
14th.
last.
I go, no, baby, you got.
You're gonna hide them in the closet? Like where are you
Yeah.
gonna hide them?
Babe, they're gonna die.
They're gonna die immediately.
I was like,
Stupid.
are you that?
Yes, it's eat, sleep, jerk off, repeat. That's
was
men.
like-
That's it.
I was like, wait until the 13th or the morning of the 14th.
Or the morning of the 40th, or even the afternoon. Show up at night with them. Like it's not a big deal.
But I
As
was
long as you
like-
get it in under this 24 hours, you're good.
It's like, I can't believe you just said that.
It's crazy. It's really ridiculous. But okay, last thing I wanted to do, I have a list of little things that people talk about on Valentine's Day, like gifts, gestures, whatever. And it's sexy versus not sexy. Okay. First one is flowers. Sexy versus not sexy.
Sexy.
I think definitely.
Yeah,
Sexy.
you have to get me flowers.
Love a flower.
Wait, but
What?
if they're those ugly flowers,
Carnations.
or like the bright like yellow,
the rainbow
like,
roses?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, no, don't be
Obviously,
those.
It's still
Oh,
a great
those are-
gesture,
but those are bad.
Sometimes like those like
Stick with the
grocery store
classics.
flowers can
Like
look
blue
so
roses.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like the bright pink and like if the colors don't like look good together,
Yes.
just get one that's like red, white.
Just go red
pink.
roses, red, white, pink.
Yeah,
That's all you
yeah,
need for Valentine's. And if you don't have that option, like the closest
Yellow.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, anything.
Natural.
Natural.
Nature
Natural,
color.
yeah,
Yeah.
nature flowers,
Yeah.
not purple roses. They're never cute. Lingerie, sexy versus sexy.
I'm not.
No.
I I'm not against doing it on Valentine's Day, but I don't think I think the idea of getting gifted lingerie is a little, I wouldn't like that.
It's a bit aggressive.
I don't like
I'd
it
get
either.
kind
Probably
of
cry.
upset.
I'd
Yeah,
cry.
I don't like
like,
it either.
Damn, is that what you want from me?
Right.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I also don't think I've ever trusted anyone in my life to know what I would look good in as far as lingerie, because you know that like guys have a one-track mind. They just buy the biggest bra they see and the sluttiest outfit and they give it to
Yeah.
you, and then you go put it on. It's like, babe, I don't have double D's. Like, I don't know what you think
Yeah.
this is gonna look like on me, but it's not gonna look how you've already imagined it, and
I
it's
don't
kind
think
of a
I'm
nightmare.
comfortable enough with myself
Yeah,
to do that sort of
to do like a
thing.
sexy dance,
And
like a
then I feel
lingerie.
uncomfortable.
If I'm
and then
drunk, I'll put on lingerie for sure. Like, I don't care. I have to be
Yeah.
fucked up though, like to really be loving a lingerie look when I'm with somebody. Like, you know, if someone's in
Yeah.
my house,
I
I
just-
have to be drunk on wine. At least.
Yeah. But like, I don't think I'm comfortable enough with myself, and then I'll feel uncomfortable, and then it'll like make the whole situation uncomfortable.
The big reveal is tough. Like, here's the thing: is I never am wanting to wear lingerie underneath all my clothes because it's so uncomfortable. Like, nothing is less comfortable than lingerie, I feel. And so wearing, like, if I was wearing like a sexy lingerie under this dress, I think it would look ridiculous. Like, I would just be like, what am I wearing?
It'd be itchy.
It'd be itchy. Yeah, it's always itchy, whatever. But the big reveal of like this was a thing when I was like living with my boyfriend. It was, I wanted to like wear lingerie, wear something sexy, whatever. So the situation is like, all right, I come home from work and now I'm gonna go change, and it's just like I change into lingerie
Like in
and
the
like put a
movie.
robe on,
Let
and
me
it's like,
freshen up real quick.
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
like you can do the movie thing if you want. Like, it does work. Again, please, with lots of wine. That's the only way to make it tolerable.
Yeah.
But it's like a fun little sexy thing, and you're just gonna have sex right away anyway. So what does it matter? Making dinner.
Yep.
Sexy.
Very sexy.
That's
I
what I'm
think.
doing.
Ooh, somebody making you a good meal. Oof. Even myself, like I would love to make like a good meal, and
Yeah.
like
Like
I
a
think
good
that's a sexy thing.
pasta and-
Yeah, maybe some chocolate covered straws. You never know. Going out to dinner.
I don't do it.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
Yeah, I like going out to dinner. I'd
I love
rather
going
go
out to dinner
than
too.
have a home cooked
I love
meal.
to dress up. I
Yeah,
love to dress up. I'd love to
exactly,
go
me too.
out. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
doing it. I'm going out tomorrow,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
fun.
easier to get a reservation.
Going out on Valentine's Day is hard because, especially if you live in the city, because everything is a prefix menu, and sometimes they're good. Like if you
Yeah.
find a good spot with a good prefix, you're
Yeah,
fine.
I don't know where I'm going,
but
so we'll see.
love that
Yeah.
surprise.
that fun?
Surprise going out to dinner is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, chocolates.
Yes.
Yes.
Always sexy.
There's
Sexiest
like
thing
nothing.
you can get.
I mean,
Chocolate. Today's the day. Candy underwear.
I would
Not.
never
this
in a
goes back
million
to the
years.
lingerie. I
You
am
know what
not
I'm talking
comfortable
about.
enough
The
with
like
myself.
Smarties. No, not even like just to hat. Like putting on that like Smarties underwear. I don't need that like sugar in
gonna
my
get a UTI.
pussy. Like I
That
don't
would
need
mess up
that.
your pH.
Yeah, you're
Gross.
gonna get a
Yes.
UTI.
Sick. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, I get
not
chronic
sexy.
UTIs. I can't risk that.
No. Yeah, you. I mean, you'd be in
No.
the hospital.
Literally.
Exactly. Forget it. No way. No
Imagine.
way.
She had me calling me from Mount Sinai.
Yeah, for real.
Not candy
Hey,
everywhere.
yeah, hey. My pH bounce is really off because I put some sugar in my pussy, so it's like really tough. Yeah. That pussy's not right now, girl. Can you come help me? Can you come pick me up?
That'd be so bad.
I'm
I
actually
would-
at
I
NYU
wouldn't even
Langone.
tell you. I would just keep that shit
No.
to myself.
No,
literally.
you'll just silently purchase your like yeast
Yeah.
infection meds and
Yeah.
not tell anybody.
My
Terrible.
Monistat.
Yeah. Shout out Monistat, saving the world one
got an
tiny
ointment?
pill at a time. God, the worst.
You have a chemical burn.
Straight
Oh,
up.
God.
God. Oh my God. It's such a nightmare. Last is my on my list is over the top gestures. Sexy or not sexy.
Like-
Like the example I used before of Kanye went back when he was like over the top for Kim. She walked into a room and it was full of like single
with, like,
roses
Kenny G
all around and Kenny
playing.
G playing
Yeah.
in the middle. Or like hundreds and hundreds of roses. A room full of roses. A room full of like sometimes I'm like,
Listen,
fuck.
I'm
Okay.
bougie
yeah,
as
I
fuck.
wouldn't
Yeah.
hate it.
I would
Yeah.
love something spectacular, but I'm
Yeah.
not a public.
I was just gonna say that.
gesture
No,
type of
don't do it in
girl.
public.
Yes.
I don't want to get engaged in public.
Neither do
Nope.
I.
Absolutely
I
not.
don't want to have any sort of romantic gesture in public. I don't even know if I could do the kiss cam.
No way. No way.
So-
Kiss cam maybe, but it would be a little smooch and I'd be
I'd be like,
embarrassed for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
being
I
like,
know.
everyone's looking at me. Oh my
I know,
God.
everyone knows I kiss
Yes.
boys. I know. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's a hard to say no to a spectacular gesture.
100%. Yeah, I agree. But I'm fully aligned with that. I would love a grand gesture. I feel like super rich people are the only ones
Yeah.
that can really like blow your socks
Right,
off with that kind of
exactly.
thing.
I also kind of feel like grand gestures are done by people who are like in the doghouse.
Yeah,
a
it does
little
give
bit,
that
you know
vibe
what
a
I
little
mean?
bit.
Yeah.
You have to be the kind of person that is already kind of doing grand gestures or is already like like a little over the top in their love in a good way, not like a smothering way,
Yeah.
because those gestures do kind of feel like okay, I did this, now I'm good, right? Like
yeah.
don't do a gesture like that if you are in the doghouse. Like
Yeah.
that's not gonna, like, yes, girls say like he better do something great to get himself out of the doghouse,
Yeah.
and maybe it works sometimes, but the undertones there are I'm doing this because I got in trouble,
Yeah.
and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I will say that if you're not in the doghouse, I think it's nice to think about like if you do a grandeur gesture, like the thought that goes into it.
Yes.
Like there was a lot of probably logistics that went into
Totally.
that, and then you were thinking about it for who knows how long.
Totally.
I like to think of that more than the like surface level gesture. of it
Completely,
itself.
completely. But I'm completely aligned. Grand gestures for sure. Never in public. I don't
Never
want
in
anything
public.
happening to me in public ever. I will pass out. I will faint. I'm a fainter, and I will faint. So don't do it.
Every single boy I've dated, I said, if you ever propose to me in public, I'm saying no.
No way. Not a chance. I will run away.
Yeah.
Like that's just no fucking way. Not a chance.
Yeah, no.
But all right, I think that about wraps it up, ladies.
Yeah.
I
Happy
think
V-Day.
that yes, happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody's Valentine's Days were lovely, and if they weren't, let me know. I would love to hear bad stories about
Yeah.
Valentine's now that it is past. So if your boyfriend, husband, whatever forgot about it, feel free to shoot me a DM. I would love to
Make
read
sure
those.
you know they're mad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or they know you're mad.
exactly. So we'll see you guys next week.